Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, what I'm going to do... Sorry it took me so long to kind of get this stuff taken care of. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just... I got my new phone finally. Because my other one had a little bit of issues. So, I finally got this, and I turned my settings to, like, all the way up, just to kind of try it out. And, man, it moves so much smoother than how I was playing it. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and take this time, go through the WHM Bakugo version.
I don't care what they call
His
themselves or what they
abilities, just kind of
believe
show
in.
you what I
I'll
have.
just-
I'm not going to say that this is what you should do. I basically just went to recommended, picked those out.
I don't care what they call
Obviously
themselves or
using
what they
his
believe
EX
in.
cards.
I'll just blow them in.
So this is just what I'm using at the moment. They did just have a little bit of a buff. They said that they improved his battle performance. What exactly that means, I don't know. If that is just based on his, what they said they were going to change with his AI balance in the Warzone and Super Co-op. I don't know if that's all they changed, or if it was something else. Check out Sensei Gogo's video on it that he just recently put out. And we will be getting the holiday events coming up soon, so that will be happening. But anyway, I'm just going to... not here. Yeah, no, that is what I want to do. Let's just go to training.
Huh. I don't care what they call themselves or what they
And-
believe in.
I mean, this is kind of just how he works. I'm not going to go through his... I'm not going to actually do the combo practice. But basically, his quirk kind of helps him to gain temporary sweat. And that basically helps you to get up into the air a little bit quicker. This is his normal combo. As you can see, it kind of pulls them in and then pushes them away again. What I typically tend to do, if they are in a line, you want to hold his Q. And in all honesty, holding his Q does more damage. Because this is... as you can see, it doesn't really do very many crits while you're running with that. So I'll just real quickly do that. And this is it. And you get a lot more. So it's kind of irritating that you have to kind of hold that, because if you're doing something that's timed, that wastes time, and you'd like to be able to tap Q to kind of conserve on it. And what I thought would be better if they would modify it to where holding Q starts it as with tap, and then kind of fans into that beam. So it starts from the arc and then turns into the line. And then has maybe just a little bit of a CC. So not like ridiculously strong, but like start, pull people in, and then hit them with that line. But the way that I kind of been doing it, if they're a little bit, you want to get close and then pop your W. Because if you do it from all the way back here, you'll only get a couple hits. But if there he is. if you decide to do it from back here, Pam W, so you get a lot of hits in. Works a whole lot better. And then once you're in close, you can just immediately pop that up.
What are you looking at?
Do that number. That's kind of just how I've been playing them. Of course, I've been popping this, of course. And then once that happens, see how your W goes up? That's because you've got your gauge at the bottom there. So you want to pop that, go in the air, and that's where your skill goes off. Now, I wish his dodge would work as that instead of his W. So his W, you can pop it once, and that's kind of, in my opinion, a little dumb. Because W should do something different, but once you get that gauge up with your grenade, then you use your special, and you get to do that. So that's kind of where his damage goes, is once you're in the air, you get your crit up higher, and that's pretty much where the majority of his damage goes, and this just kind of gives you the scale of his ult. It's not super great. As far as I know, his is about the same, if not maybe a little bit less than Todoroki's. I don't know off the top of my head. At least mine does less damage on the ult. And then, of course, he does less damage than Todoroki and Deku. And I think Deku's R does the most. But that's just kind of a look at him. Of course, I showed you his cards. I didn't show you his skills. That's what I need to do.
Huh. I don't care what they call
Go
themselves,
ahead
what they
and
believe
take a
in.
look. Or
I'll
not
just
skills,
blow them into
talents.
pieces.
So that's kind of the tree arc that I went with. Again, just like I said in my last video, I pretty much just looked at what Sensei Gogo did, and this is what I went with. And of course, I don't have him to SS, which if they'll ever give us the shards, I really hope they do, because then a lot of people are just going to be stuck with S characters. And the shards that are in there are completely pointless right now because it's 3-1. And I got one extra Deku, that's it, and that doesn't help me. It doesn't help anybody. So, doesn't get me really any closer to SS if they're never going to have the shards. So I hope they put the shards in here at some point, if not after all of this is done. I just think that it would be very smart on their behalf, because, well, it would have been smart if they would have done it during this in the first place, because then people would have been like, well, maybe I'll actually spend it, because then spend money, because then I'll be able to, at some point, actually get the person to a higher quality, so I have more of an incentive to get said character. But they didn't do that, so some people just went with the pity to get Bakugo, basically, because that's how it ended up happening for a lot of people. But in all honesty, I think he's really fun. He's super fun to play. At first I thought he was super clunky and kind of irritating, was a little disappointed, but it didn't take me very long to change my tune as to just liking to play with this character. He's super fun in my opinion, but the lack of damage is kind of annoying, because the one that you normally get does way more right now. And Sensei, if you've watched any of Sensei Gogo's vids, you know how he feels about the normal Bakugo. So when he says that he outplays this one, that's kind of not a good sign. So hopefully they tweak this Bakugo in a way that makes him much more viable, especially PvE wise. PvP, apparently he's fantastic. I hate PvP Arena. I'm sorry. I was playing it for a while, and basically it just seemed like whoever had the better connection, that's who won. That's what it seemed like to me. Or you just ran into a person that wants to drop Caltrops with Aizawa, or who uses the Stain Infinite combo. Thankfully, all that's going away anyway. And then I feel bad for the Momo players. I really do, because I didn't really have problems with Momo players, unless it was just a connection issue, and then it wasn't the Momo player, it was the connection. So anyway, that's why I don't play PvP. Maybe I'll change my tune after the balances and everything. But that's your look at Bakugo, and these are just my chips. They're terrible. They're trash. This happens to me all the time. I always get a useless stat like speed and technical, and then I'll almost always get decreased somewhere. See, decreased tenacity, speed. So almost 3 useless stats for me, and then crit damage. And seeing as how he doesn't do as much crit as the other Bakugo, crit damage doesn't really help me as much either. So It's almost 4 useless stats. Fantastic. And I wish they would change something about chips, but I'll leave that maybe for another video for some ideas. If devs ever watch my little humble channel, that'd be fantastic. But I'm not expecting them to. I'm just a little guy way, way, way down on the totem pole. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching this vid, and maybe I'll continue to run this high FPS and resolution for future vids, because it looks and feels so much nicer on this new phone now. It's much bigger than my previous one. But if you guys have any tips or anything that you want to share or request that I do, I'll do it. I still, just as an update, have no further progress on this. I am convinced nobody has this. If you do have it, go to like one of the Reddits for My Hero Academia, the strongest hero, and go find where they're trying to do the achievements and take a picture that you have this achievement, just to let people know, because nobody knows how to get this, or at least nobody knows how to answer it that is looking for it. So and if anybody does have it, they haven't seen this being asked. So if anybody can figure that one out, that would be awesome. I'm assuming we'll be able to get this at some point soon, but you shouldn't be able to get this. Don't worry about it. We'll get that at some point. Right now there's only 119, which I think is kind of weird that they stopped it there when they could have had an extra one to just get this achievement. I don't know. Alright, that's for completely different videos. Sorry, this is how I do my videos. I don't plan anything other than like the overall theme, like for instance WHM Bakugo. But I don't have a script. I don't do anything like that. I don't edit my videos. I'll probably end up doing it at some point later, but this is how I'm doing my videos for the time being and for future references, until I decide to like record my own music and make my own little opening intro. I'm doing it all myself. It's all just for fun, not any type of money, fame, or anything like that. Just for your guys' entertainment on my free time. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch all of you guys later.